Hello, good about SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Ashidebeka, let us examine a trending video in what look like more people joining Simon Ekpa to renounce Nigerian citizenship. We are seeing a group of Nigerians, perhaps the Biafrans, Igbos, chanting, "We are Biafrans, we are not Nigerians." It looks as if what a senator said, that the government should take action urgently before people start believing Simon Ekpa. It looks as if people already believe in him.
It's not a matter of whether people have started believing him. The point is that, what is he trying to achieve? I saw something he posted recently, that people should not be attacking him because of the Biafran something that he knows that when the time comes, people will understand the direction he is going. But if you come to, where I see he is trying to make a deep impact is on the diplomatic and the global level. Countries, recognized nations like the G7, trying to get them to buy into the Biafran restoration agenda, look into the bring in solidarity to the quest, and of course that is what we need, mostly than this issue that is connected to him, to his name, over violence and killing. Yes, I understand the direction he was going when he said that you cannot continue to watch why Nigerian terrorist military army, could not, police together could not to kill Biafrans, without any form of provocation.
If you permit me to jump in here, because we understand that as it stands, the Igbos are resolute that they want to go. But the question I want to ask is, what do you think the government can do to rekindle the confidence of the Igbos in Nigeria?
Lost confidence, when a man is full of overconfidence, he is open for sucker punch. Nigeria has been, showing some level of pride, some level of, deliberate marginalization and wickedness against the Biafrans. So it has been there over and over and over again. And the last chance, according to the former military head of state, of course, the former civilian president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, was in 2023, when there was supposed to be, a mass support towards realizing Igbo presidency as at that time. But you see what
actually, you think that was an opportunity to correct all the anomalies?
Yes, it became very clear, because everything has time. And when the time eludes you, then it becomes to revise it back. You cannot go back to the an old a 1 year old or 2 years old life of a child when you are above 40. No, it's not possible. Nigeria is 64 thereabout, but the gentleman said Nigeria is 104 years old. But Igbo man has never been considered to be president. I look at the level of marginalization. There are reasons why we should have millions of Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, and they are all there. They are all there waiting, and they have been warned that to an extent they should not allow the Igbo nation at this point in time, considering their global presence, to take up arms again against Nigeria. It will be very devastating. I can tell you that, But the fact we are looking at, that would have been an opportunity, to create a certain impact about Nigeria-Igbo relationship.
So it was look like you diplomatically towing the line of Senator Ned Nwoko, who have said that if you arrest Simon Ekpa, 100,000 Simon Ekpa will emerge. Of course, we understand that the way it stands today, he has been in the Senate drumming support for negotiation with the agitators. You told that same line that they should call for roundtable discussion.
If you look at Ned Nwoko recently, a lot of people might have been surprised to see Ned Nwoko, a respected senator, a billionaire, a vibrant man, whose private life and public life is worth of emulation. Especially recently has come out to start taking a position on reality. Reality, that's the most important thing. When you come out, not like Edwin Clark and these people that call themselves, they don't even know where they stand. But he has come out to tell you that anybody that is saying that Delta State is not Igbo, you need his head to be re-examined. He has continued to take a particular position because he knew that the resources that is coming from the Biafran land is being sabotaged and not even put to proper use in the development of Nigeria. Instead, the northern politicians or whatever they call themselves, share it unceremoniously and rubbish the usefulness of the resources coming from the Biafran land. So when you see somebody like Ned Nwoko taking a particular position on issues like this, then you begin to wonder, at what point did this awareness have to come to play? I believe the prophecy and the message of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has been able to, have a deep feast in the consciousness of many Nigerians, especially those of them from the South. That's why we always say, it takes a Hamlet to produce a prince. Nnamdi Kanu is the prince that has come to define a moment that people need to know that the entire South and Southeast, have something deep in common. It's just like mother and child, and that is the fact. So I'm happy Ned Walker, who was also advocating for a creation of a state, yes, to join the East. You can see he's a balanced man. He's a balanced. In fact, I begin to admire him, because it looks like other people have been intimidated there at the National Assembly and the Federal House of Rem because of the fear of the northern this thing. They are still claiming 19 states. If you see them where they are bragging, 19 states. They always use this factor at every point in time. But I expected the Southern senators, to rise up to the occasion, especially when it comes to this issue of tax reform. The North is not bringing anything to the table, but still they have the vast access to the oil reserve, gas reserve in the Biafran land. So anybody that sees this marginalization, over and over the years, and nothing is being done about it, will look at that issue and more likely support the position of Ned Nwoko, a serving senator, on producing 100 million. And of course, which is Ned Nwoko is one of them also, because anybody that is speaking the truth to power is like Simon Ekpa or myself.
Okay, now let me bring this angle, because there is a trending video where a Nigerian American military personnel was telling Trump, when Trump was the president, that should permit them to invade Nigeria, considering the suffering of the Biafrans, the Igbos. Of course, according to him, that is a Nigerian, is from an Igbo man, that what the treatment that has been meted out to the Igbos, that is not comfortable. And we are seeing an election coming up in America, and Trump is already a candidate of one of the major political parties. Do you see Trump supporting Biafra in the event that he emerged the president of the United States of America this time around?
Let me tell you, I think that is not something we are going to digest at this point, because the fact is that, Trump is Biafra and Biafra is Trump. That is the message there.
How do you come to that conclusion?
Yes, because he have a relationship. He's being relational. His allies, especially people from the land of Israel, understand the plight of the Jews in West Africa, which are Igbos, what they are going through, how they are being killed by Boko Haram, how the government has suppressed and oppressed them for over 104 years now, and the oppression still continues, and how Igbos at every point in time, struggle, become the only tribe in this country that struggle for survival at every point in time, 24 hours working, sweating. No other tribe does it in this part of the country. Go and do your research very well. So the Igbo nation has been outstanding, and they have been able to, have a global presence where they have been noticed even by world leaders from different countries of the world. So if Trump is eyeing the restoration, what we know just that any American president can go there and do the same thing he did in Tel Aviv by announcing the movement of Israeli capital from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
No, to set the record straight, it was American embassy he moved from Tel Aviv to.
No, now I'm telling you,
Jerusalem.
Excuse me, let me tell you. Apart from that, the capital of Israel is in Tel Aviv. The capital of Israel now is in Jerusalem. Please take note of that. So on that note, what we need there is just that solidarity, and that will. Even though the United Nations, when you look at the way they are now, it's like they are pro-Islam leadership is what is running in UN now, considering the position of Antonio Guterres in what is happening in the Middle East. So anybody that is telling you that Trump is likely going to endorse Biafra, it is perception. It's a perception that is people believe. Even an ordinary man on the street who is a Biafran believe that it will come. People, he knows.
But is the perception you give your not to?
No, let me tell you. Even before the issue,
Is the perception you support?
that's what I'm telling you. I want to make a reference to what Trump said before he finally left the White House, to hand over to Joe Biden currently now. He made it. He tweeted it. I read it on Twitter. He said, because at that, when Trump was campaigning, there was, American flag being rolled down in the entire eastern part of the country, calling for the support of Biafra. He said, I have seen you and I have noticed you. He tweeted it. Trump himself tweeted it. So that relationship which was established by the supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by having the support, trying to get into the GOP members of the American Congress, which Simon Ekpa leveraged on, and you can see the first speaker of the whole world endorsing Biafran Charter. So it is not a hidden thing. If Trump goes in and said, okay, it is time, we have our 40 territories of the Biafran nation, it's okay. It will be a welcome development. And another thing is that where I am having that courage that Trump might likely do something at the end of the day is how he has been able to handle the American nation, trying to make sure that they come closer to reality that has to do with God, abolish this homosexual, abortion say, abortion no say. The Americans should be careful with the way and manner they select their leaders. Look at what is happening in Germany. Look at what is happening in other countries. They are chasing all these extremists, terrorists away from their country. So it will not be a surprise that if Trump emerges the president of the United States of America today, and he started giving diplomatic support to Biafran restoration, it will not be a surprise. And it will be written on the sands of time that the trumpet and the triumph of Donald Trump of America gave birth to Biafra full restoration. That is just the game.
I must say very thank you for your time. This is Media and I'm Mr. Matthew. Or if I may permit you to go, you have more to say.
No, I would. I didn't want to, move in too much on that issue, but it is something that is in the consciousness of every Biafran. The government of Nigeria, I think, to an extent.
Thank you very much.